Hello and welcome back. This is Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm doing a couple wrap-up videos from my weekend away. I do a scrapbook expo called Scrap Away Getaway, or SAGA, and it is usually the last weekend of February, and it goes from Friday to Sunday, and it's at the Flanders in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I opted to stay a lot longer. I went down for like 9 or 10 days. So this was something I created on the second to the last day. This was on the Saturday, which was like day 9 or something of me being there. And my friend Vicky and I go, and I was trying to use up the Stampin' Up Forever Fern collection. Honestly, I don't remember what papers were called versus stamps versus this was a whole suite, and everything in there was forever or something or another. So I don't remember, like I said, what is the stamps versus the dies and all that stuff. So anyway, we've had this paper for a while, Vicky and I, and we were like just on this mission to use it all up. So I had probably one pack of the paper, and maybe, no, I think I just had one pack. She had multiples. So I took a card sketch from justcrafts.com website. I will put the link down below. I don't recall exactly which one it was. I believe it was under the 6x6 section of her, like, had a, like a paper blast type of thing. And like I said, I'll put the link down below. So I kind of kept to her sketch as close as I could. I believe she had some banners or something up here, and I really didn't want to cover up the papers. So I opted to go with what you're seeing here. I wanted to come up with something I could use for a sympathy card because unfortunately I've been needing them a lot more than I have ever needed them in the past. So I felt like this was a very good pattern that I could do something for both, you know, like I said, something for the online business that my husband and I have, where we use these as a giveaway, and I like to just do those as birthday or thank you in there. And I wanted something that could transition into the sympathy as well. So this was some of the papers I had left. I thought I was going to use it all up, but after I started to like mix and match what was on the back sides to the front sides, they didn't all seem to like mix and match. So I do believe, I think I have one pattern left in the full 12 by 12 sheet. So you will see more from this collection. I'm going to be looking at this as an as many as challenge. So I was able to get 30 out of these. I believe what it was is I was able to do like 12, 12, and 6 of this one here because of how I cut the different papers down. So some of them were, you know, I used the backs of, some of them I used the front of, and I believe this one here, I believe I just used this side of it, so I think I may still have a full sheet of that left too. I don't recall, because when I cut these up, I wound up having enough left that I could use the scraps from these to give me my 6 for this. So to give you some idea of what I did here was the sketch had, I believe, some measurements, and I kind of had to formulate them around based on what the dies were. My friend Vicky brought these with her, and they were just a random nesting die set of stitched rectangles, and I'll be honest, I don't even know if she had a name for them. She just doesn't store them with that type of information, so I don't know whose they were. But for me to do this, I believe I had to tweak her measurements a little bit. I went with a 3.5 by 4, and so 3.5 this way and 4 3/4 this way, because I wanted to keep proportionally the same basically to what she had on the sketch. And then I used the smallest stitched rectangle to give me the sentiment that she had here. I did use some gold foil with the dies that come in this suite to give me the little spray. And they do put a little bit of an embossing. Let me see. They put a little bit of an embossing in there for veining, and I think that it's really nice. I probably could have put another piece of paper in there for a shim, and really got a deeper embossing. But honestly, I was getting kind of tired by the point I was doing that, because I had to die cut this, I had to die cut that, die cut this, and I just wanted to get them done, if you understand that feeling. Oh, I do have a intention to do this like double ribbon on there with the linen thread from Stampin' Up, and I ran out of that when I was down there. I added a few on, and I will have to finish with my stash that's home, because we took this down and we had no idea what we were going to do. We were just planning, like I said, to just get it done and over with. She made some different cards for me, and unfortunately I didn't get any pictures of those. She was using some ones that she found on Pinterest, and she was getting to the point where she was getting burned out, and I get it, and her back was killing her, and this was just at that point where it was like enough was enough for me too. So I'm trying to show you, like, here was one I did with the With Sympathy. So like I said, I felt like they were a good fit for either type of sentiment. So these were the cards I came up with. I'm hoping that you get some inspiration, because I really feel like this is a generic enough pattern that you could probably find anything like something similar in your own stash to use for this same type of sketch. Any type of floral would be, even like a flower stem would be pretty. It's very simple. It's going to be a good one for mailing. That's another thing, is, like I said, we've unfortunately needed a lot of sympathy, and you're mailing them. And I didn't want anything too, you know, bulky on there for us to try and get it into an envelope. So it was a more flat pattern, I felt, but it was, you know, just a little bit of bling was on there, that it's not going to be, you know, too offensive in a sympathy. So I'm hoping you get some inspiration out of this. Like I said, I will put the sketch down below so you can see what she gave for cutting instructions, and this really was giving me no scrap out of this. I was very thankful for that. The colors, if you were looking for doing this yourself, I used the shaded spruce on the backgrounds for these papers, and this was the Just Jade that I put here, and I really felt like this was a little bit more muted. It looked, I really liked this better, but this paper didn't lend itself to being another color, I felt, and I went with the white on the backgrounds. I used my Hobby Lobby extra heavyweight cardstock for the card bases, and there's like a brown in here, so there really wasn't like another color for me to pull out of. It's like a beigey, real light brown. So appreciate some thumbs up if you got some inspiration out of this, or if you liked it. If you want to see more from this collection, I will have more coming. I'm trying to remember if I have anything on the channel already from this collection. If I do, I will put the link down below. I know we made others, but I don't know if I did it with the paper or just did it with the Stampin' dies. So I will put a link down below if I can find other videos that I had done from this collection. And again, I do have more left, so there will be more coming in the future on what I do with the rest of this paper pack. So make sure you subscribe down below for you to get more installments for when they do come in. That way you're alerted. And the other thing is, please check out, I'm going to have a lot more videos from that weekend away that I made when I was down there. So you may want to check them out as well. Appreciate your time, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.